Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
Anger. I feel anger right now, aka Powders. We have the Wrecking Crew 2026. This is already in candidate to be the action movie of the year, also the comeback movie of the year. Angel Manuel Soto. This is our visionary director. And I say visionary because the action sequences in this movie alone, they are wild, fun, innovative, real, and we've seen some of them before. He puts his twist. He does with this movie that everybody, and this is why he's comeback boy, and this is one of the reasons why I get angry, because so many of my contemporaries missed this. This is the guy that directed Blue Beetle. The internet derailed Blue Beetle. There was no way to save that movie. I want to go back and re-explore that movie. I don't think I even finished watching it. It was a tough watch for me. But it's really hard to watch some of these movies when there's so much internet noise in your brain. But congratulations to Angel. This is a Hollywood making comeback. I feel like you can give this guy anything at this point. I hope he stays with Amazon. I hope he stays with in this genre. Give him some of Fast and Furious, or like give him a John Wick spinoff. This guy deserves bigger franchises because we all know that would get just more eyeballs. That's how much I enjoyed this movie. But what angers me is that my contemporaries are not owning up that this guy has the chops. They're not owning up that what he has done here post Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle was only 3 years ago. Also, fantastic ad campaign for Blue Beetle. No one in my sphere, I'll say, guys, has explored Blue Beetle. It's on my list. I wrote it down on my movie to watch list because I keep that on my coffee table that's right near my giant television that I just zone out in front of. You guys know, film buffery. The other part of this movie that makes me angry, and it's anger towards individuals. This is an absolute. There's a lot of people out there that would classify Wrecking Crew 2026 as a DEI movie. I mean, it's got the girl that was kicked out of the Deadpool franchise, right? Like, I think she had beef with Ryan Reynolds. It has the kid that was supposedly becoming the Marvel Cinematic Universe Hobgoblin. He's in this. It's got the wrestling guy that's maybe the best wrestler turned actor ever. I think we can kind of make that claim now. It's close though. You know, it's kind of like the wrestler turned actor best of is like a two-headed dragon. John Cena is like a distant third, and then we get Aquaman, or Conan, or the pulp accurate Conan the Barbarian, and he's and Django / Boba Fett is also in this movie. I'm talking about Jason Momoa, Dave Bautista, Marina Baccarin, Jacob Babalu, and yes, of course, Tamira Morrison. What's that? Not I Am Legend. What's his movie? Oh, hold up here. Once we're heroes. Once we're legends. Tamarus, and I'm butchering his name. He is in Once We're Warriors, 1994. That movie, if that movie doesn't give you a hard on, nothing, like no cinematic experience will. It's one of the prime 90s independent movies. A lot of people don't attribute him contributing to the 90s independent or like foreign movie boom. But guys, there's so much of what we wanted in Blue Beetle in this movie, down to the logo. This logo looks like it was 1994 version 7 Photoshop. We have this like neon glow. We're in clubs. We're in these different environments where everything is red on screen. Everything is blue and pink on screen. This is the advertising campaign for Blue Beetle. Angel, Mr. Soto, has a visionary eye. And rarely do we... I mean, you know what, though? Give him a Deadpool movie. Like, that's what I mean. This guy needs something with fiery energy. I would really love it if these guys did a sequel and they make this a little bit like a Bad Boys, because there is a level of banter and chemistry and family trauma between Batista and Jason Momoa in this movie. There is this quippy back and forth, especially from Momoa. And Momoa, I'm just fumbling my words here, has become quite the character actor. I mean, even if we look at his character from Fast and Furious X or Fast X, or is it just called FX? I don't know. I thought FX was something was a network on my television. But he's... sorry, guys. A little sip of that iced coffee. He's becoming just a guy where if he's on screen, you're going to get something. Dave Bautista is exactly that. Dave Bautista now is an actor where you might say, oh, it's the same Dave Bautista. This is the same Dave Bautista. Because like we have a couple of his movies queued up. One of them being one of the better independent movies last year called Afterburn with Samuel Jackson. You might say he's always Dave Bautista in his movies, but if you watch this and then watch Showgirl, tell me it's the same guy. Watch this and watch Bushwick and tell me it's the same guy. He embodies his characters in such a way. I mean, even in like the beginning of, was it like Blade Runner, he's different characters, guys. And I think just off of a surface level, you brush it off. What he puts on screen, The Rock just arrived to with Smashing Machine. So, like, and this is where when we compare these two guys, where I do believe Batista, it's like one has the art, which is Batista. He has the art of acting. And then The Rock has, like, the franchises. And now it's a discussion to which of the two is more important or really defines what's happening on screen, because we can really say it's a film business. The Rock is clearly the more of the business than Dave Bautista, but Bautista, though, I mean, he's sprinkled in all of these franchises: Blade Runner, Dune, James Bond. It goes on, and then Momoa, who at one time, guys, right, like we can all just sit down and say we thought Momoa was going to be just like one trick pony. Like, you're in these like giant brooding tough guy barbarian level roles. Maybe we thought he was going to peak with Aquaman. We thought he was going to peak with Game of Thrones. He is in enough of a range now between some of his like Apple shows and some of his streaming stuff. If you just look at the miniseries and the series that Momoa was within streaming alone, this guy not only sells, has a range, but is also playing characters. Big shout out here coming up, guys. Matt Flannery, this is our cinematographer. This guy, absolute boner. The look of this effing movie. I will say, there is a helicopter sequence in this flick that just rocked my world. There is a relationship between Momoa and this, we'll call him like Hawaiian crime kingpin, that blew me away. That's wrapped up at the end. There is a moment where we finally get to, these guys play brothers. They fight, and it's the rain, right? And we get right down to the Matrix Revolutions, where the rain is somewhat of the allegory of what's happening. Everything is crashing down, right? We kind of see it in Seven. We see it in the Robert Pattinson Batman movie. Rain represents a breaking of the system. These two guys fight. Momoa gives a speech that makes you want to hug your mother. Music, Bobby Krilic with a K. This is one of the best movies. This is one of the best things. This is one of the best items that Amazon has put out. Just as an action movie. Holy crap, dude. I love this movie. Can't wait to watch it again. happy to share with you guys. Film Buff out.
Roll sound.
Rolling.
Sound production, take 2.
Let's take this time real quick, AKAPADers, my fellow film buffers, and let's just go over the schedule. This is years in the making. This type of rollout I've been planning for years, but we're finally here. So here we go. Early in the morning, that's the new stuff. 8 a.m. Now, 8 p.m., Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, these are movies maybe of something coming out, like if there's a Marvel movie coming out and we want to do a retrospective on that particular franchise, or if Sylvester Stallone comes back and gives us Rocky Part 18, we might want to use the later time slots for a week or two to go over all of the Rocky movies. Now, we have a lot of different threads on this podcast that's explored 8 p.m. So 8 a.m., 8 p.m. Wednesdays at 8 p.m., this is our creator spotlight. We could do an episode on Martin Scorsese, Steven Spielberg, some of the new guys, Spike Lee, even composers, guys like John Williams. This brings us into the weekend. Saturday, Sunday morning. Again, we're back at that 8 a.m. drop. We do cartoons because I want to emulate the times where you would wake up with a bowl of cereal and watch cartoons all day Saturday and all day Sunday, and then eventually you would get to touch grass because you would have one of your friends knocking on your door to play in a touch football game or even some baseball, basketball. The weekend nights, let's get into education. 8 p.m. Again, all of our drops are either 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. But the weekend nights, documentaries, and I focus on creative documentaries because I feel like a part of this film buff movement that we're all bathing in, that I'm super grateful for, is education. And some of where we're finding our facts, some of the, general enjoyment, because I love documentaries. All of this is explored at 8 o'clock p.m. And trust me, there's a lot there. There's a lot out there that I didn't even know existed. And we're going to go beyond that too. We're going to get into some of the graphic art, some of the special effects, some of the makeup documentaries. There's a lot to learn, and I'm so happy to bring you the 9 p.m. because, you guys know, I'm an autodidact. I am self-educated. Sure, I have some certifications. Sure, I spent time at the Art Institute of Philadelphia for animation. But in large, I'm a self-educated, self-made person that's connected to the weekend 8 p.m. drops. My AKAPADers, my film buffers, I hope to see you there for all of it. I love you guys, and rock and roll.
Okay, that's a wrap.
Roll sound.
Rolling.
Sound production,
Let
take
me
2.
cut in. Sorry, AKAPADers. I know it's such a hot, passionate episode, but I'm breaking the flow real quick just to remind you guys. If you want to support me, one of the best, easiest, and free ways to do it, leave a comment. Give me a like. I know there's someone out there that that loves film as much as I do, that love the film industry as much as I. Show this to them. Comments, likes, and reviews, positive or negative, it doesn't matter. We need to increase our reach, and to do that requires your involvement in everything that I do. We're linked. We're forever bound. You're the membrane, I'm the muscle. So guys, let's just do it. One review. Do you have it in you? Okay, back to the show.
Okay, that's a wrap.